Are you thinking about veneers to enhance your smile? Today, cosmetic dentist Dr. Michael Allen joins us to review smile enhancement procedures and rate whether they are beautiful or not. Stick to the end because he is going to uncover the hype around one of the most popular veneer trends on social media right now. The truth might influence the choices you make about enhancing your smile. Dr. Allen, welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited to be on here today. This is tons of fun.
Well, you've been practicing dentistry since 2008. And
Uh-huh.
when someone walks into a consult saying they want veneers, what issues are they seeing with their smile?
So there's a lot. Most of the patients that we see, or most of the people, my first contact is not in the consultation. Most of the time, my first contact is how you contacted me via Instagram. And so they'll reach out to me and say something like, I'm interested in a consult for my smile, or I would like to know about pricing on veneers. And so that's how they'll typically reach out. But there's almost always something about their smile that's bothered them. And it's not something recent. It's something that's been going on for a long time. And to the point where maybe a lot of other people that aren't them don't even realize it. Actually, most of my patients will have somebody tell them, you don't need veneers. Your smile looks great. And that's fine. To other people, it does look great. But most people are doing it for themselves because they've noticed, like in photos, maybe they're not smiling like they used to, or maybe they're doing a lip smile, or maybe they're covering their face just a little bit. And it's a lot of times something minor. Occasionally it's something major, but a lot of times it's just some little insecurity that they have about their smile that has caused them to be less confident in talking to people. And it's a real deal. And my job is so fun because I get to help them overcome that lack of confidence and see them completely transform, not only physically, but like mentally. It's a big transformation too. And that's why I love it.
It's so true. The mind, body, and the mouth is such a big thing that you look at every day when you brush your teeth, right?
Well, yeah, not only that, but like as much as we take photos nowadays, we all have these little devices in our hands all the time that we're taking photos of ourselves or our friends or moments. We're trying to capture moments. And if we don't feel confident enough to like show your best self, your laughing self, and that's a big deal for a lot of people to overcome.
It's huge. It's huge. So, what do you evaluate when you're assessing patient smiles before you propose treatments?
Well, so first of all, I want to talk to them. I want to know what they want because sometimes what I see is not even in their wheelhouse. Like they have no idea that that's even it. A lot of times I've seen patients come in and their upper midline, so like in between the front two teeth, is shifted really far to the right, or maybe they have a really gummy smile, and that's the first thing I notice. But they've never noticed it before. That's just part of them, and so they don't realize that that's off, and they maybe come in for a different concern. So I think the biggest part is me and my assistants just listening, finding out what it is that they're insecure about. And then at that point, I feel like I can address that issue and maybe show them some other things that will make their smile stand out. And a lot of people come in and say, hey, it's just my front two or four teeth. And then when I do a little mock up on them and we correct the front two or four or even six teeth, they still are like, okay, well, what about this and this and this? And then we get to have that conversation. And it's really fun. And imagine going in for like a nose job and then having a lot of say as to what the nose is going to look like. Even halfway through the procedure, we can do all kinds of changes. So it's a ton of fun.
Mock up.
Yes. So a mock-up, I actually did one this morning. A gentleman walked in and he said that he didn't like his teeth were a little bit crowded. So there's a couple different ways to do it. You can do it with an AI simulation, which I will do sometimes. Sometimes I'll call my dental lab and say, hey, take this smile and make it look nicer. And they'll give me a model in wax. But like today, I could take some flowable composite, which is just like some white material. And I can put it over their teeth. And then I can use my drill. I hate calling it a drill. It's a handpiece, but people know it as a drill, right? And so I could take the drill and I can refine the corners and we can make it look. It doesn't look phenomenal. I mean, it could if I wanted to take 2 hours to do it, but on this gentleman, I took about 5 minutes and we made it look to where I could show him and he could say, yes, this is what I'm looking for, or no, that's not quite it. Let's make these changes. It's tons of fun because you don't know what it's going to look like until it's actually in your mouth.
I've never heard of anything like that before. So you're kind of playing with Play-Doh on their teeth and showing them what.
Essentially. Yeah, the Play-Doh, it's fun. It's kind of like Play-Doh. It's a little bit different than Play-Doh, but it's kind of like Play-Doh. I get the gist of that. But yeah, there's no other way to tell what it's going to look like inside your mouth until it's inside your mouth.
I love that. So, beautiful or not, when patients bring in celebrity smile photos to a consult.
So I am totally cool with that because I want to know, again, that's my first question is what do you like? What do you not like? And so like, let's say they bring Margot Robbie is the most common one I've gotten in the last 2 years. They'll bring me and they're like, I love her teeth. And she does have gorgeous teeth. She's had them done a couple of times and the dentist that she chose this most recent time was excellent. Um, and I'll try to find out what is it that you like about their teeth. Most of the time, the celebrities have veneers. They actually look really nice. And I would beg to say that most of the time when you think a celebrity doesn't have veneers, they do have veneers. They just had it done really, really well. So you can't notice it. It's the big fake ones that you notice. And so, and there's some of those out there too, but I really like it when they bring me their smiles and just so that I can get a vision for what they're looking for. Now, what I will say is I do not like it when dentists go online and evaluate the celebrity smile without the celebrity's permission, because the celebrity is a human, right? Like they might love their smile. And then there's a dentist saying, oh, this looks terrible here. This looks terrible there. This looks terrible there. Like that's not cool. I mean, they still have feelings and maybe they love their smile and you just put some doubt in their mind that it's not good enough. Like I think that is totally wrong and not cool, but it does get a lot of like low hanging fruit views and stuff. And so I don't know. I'm not a fan of that.
I
I don't
agree
like
with
that
you
one.
so much. That's the one kind of, post that I definitely won't like for that very
Yeah.
same reason.
Well, right. And they do that with nose jobs. They do that with filler and all that kind of stuff. And like, dude, you weren't there when they did that to them. Maybe that's exactly what they wanted and they're thrilled with it. Just because me as a cosmetic dentist doesn't like the way their teeth look doesn't mean I need to tell the whole world that I don't like their teeth.
Agreed.
Right? Like
Agreed.
that's not cool.
Agreed. You have enough amazing examples.
Right. Use your own examples.
Well, you talked about pricing a little bit. Do you think, in terms of the process, is it part of a beautiful process or not to make a decision kind of heavily weighted on price?
Well, so everybody has a budget they have to work in, and I understand that, and I understand that my pricing is not cheap, and I mean, there's definitely dentists more expensive than me, but there's a lot that are significantly less expensive for me, and some of them are good. Some of them are very good dentists, and they'll do really, really nice work. But if you are price shopping, I would be a little bit cautious if you're price shopping something as forward facing, right, as veneers, because I know what my lab fees are, and I know dentists who are cheaper than my lab fees for their for their whole fee. And so that tells me that they're cutting corners somewhere. And maybe it's materials, maybe it's the labs, and maybe the average person can't tell the difference between a $3,000 veneer and a $1,000 veneer. I definitely can as a dentist. But I would just caution you if you are going to price shop, make sure you've seen a lot of that dentist's work before you sign on the dotted line. I actually had a consultation with a lady today from Florida, and that was her thing. She had 8 veneers done, and she thought she was going to a good place and actually liked her temporaries a lot. But when she was delivered the finals, she hates them. She absolutely hates them. She told me this is the worst decision that she's ever made. And I hate that. I hate that she has to go through that experience. And that was like 6 months ago. She got them done. She's already shopping for new ones. And honestly, that's tough for me because now she's kind of traumatized and somewhat untrusting, even though I'm fairly confident I can deliver her a beautiful smile. But there's that doubt in the back of her head now. And so she's gone through an experience. And this is like that with all beauty. I mean, I've definitely seen people with lip filler that looks way too big and Botox that makes them too frozen. So don't shop on price. Well, do shop on price because you have to be able to afford it. And I wouldn't say go into major debt that's going to be crippling to get your smile done. But on the same token, there's other options out there. Like there's composite veneers that are cheaper. There's 3D printed veneers that are cheaper. And there's just a lot of options out there that maybe it's your 5-year plan and not your 25-year plan. And so just know where you stand and don't break the bank to do it, but know what you're getting into.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I shopped on price. I've had braces twice in my life, and I'm a little teeth obsessed. And then I've had clear aligners twice, and still, Maybe I should be looking at veneers. Maybe that's why I subliminally found you.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you need to take a trip out to Tucson and we'll talk.
Exactly. My friend's in Tucson, so I'm coming out there.
It's great out here. I think you would love it, especially this time of year.
Oh, gosh. Well, you are based in Arizona. And so if a patient would like to travel to a provider to enhance their smile, is it beautiful or not as part of the process to do a remote consultation? I mean, can you even see what you need to see?
So somewhat, I will say, and I do most of my consultations remote, just like we're talking right now. And so that allows me to see a few things. That allows me to see how their face plays with their teeth, how their teeth sit in their lips, what they show when they speak, how they function when they're in normal day to day. And so, yeah, a lot of my patients come in from out of state. It was actually really funny. My wife was talking to me the other day about a facelift, and she's beautiful. My wife is gorgeous. She doesn't need a facelift, but she's like planning for the future, right? And she's like, "Hey, I found this doctor in Kansas City. What do you think about this?" I said, "There's good doctors in Tucson." She's like, "Michael, people fly in from out of state all the time to see you." I was like, "Okay, you got a good point." So, but I get that you learn to trust somebody, and especially if you can make a connection online. It's really not that big of a world we live in anymore. It's a quick flight. I've got a lady flying in tomorrow. Actually, two people flying in tomorrow. One from Nevada. Actually, they're both Nevada. One's from Reno and one's from Vegas. That's funny. I didn't realize that till right now. And so they'll fly in to get their teeth done. And that's just normal for me now. And it's a blessing. But that's because I was able to connect with them in one way or another. And they built trust. I'm sure between me and Reno, Nevada, there's probably 500 dentists. I don't know, maybe even more than that because Phoenix is huge. But for some reason, they trust me and they're flying out to Tucson to see me. So I would say that a Zoom consultation, it can't show everything for sure, but it can show enough to get you an idea. And then if you're able to secure some records from another local dentist, it can really make the process go very smooth.
Okay. Yes, we're in a whole new world. Dr. Allen, thank you. Thank you for taking your time to talk with the Beauty Seek community. You've helped our beauty seekers understand that veneers they're not just a cosmetic choice and they're a commitment for life, ideally.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And the dentist and their techniques, they matter more than most people probably realize going in.
Well, thank you. I hope you have a great day. My goal with patients is to have their friends or family or whoever they come in contact with say, "Are those real? Are they fake? Are they real? Are they fake?" Like I want them to be that good that they look like they're too good to be real, but look that real that they're too real to be fake. Does that make sense?
It does.